everybody. Excuse me. I'm just back from my dog walk. It's pretty blustery weather today, so I thought I would, as well as do my little advent thing, show you the woolies that I wore today when I was out and about on the dog walk. But let's start with day 21. Ooh, pretty. Dye, spin, knit, superwash sock in a beautiful pinks, reds and mauves. That's lovely. Ooh, I'm so behind knitting up my squares. I need to crack on with it. Okay, today I am wearing, my Christmas earrings. You see, I did have some felt Christmas trees with jingle bells on, but they drove me insane. I could wear them for like half an hour max. So I bought myself these little hollyberry ones last year. This is the brownstone pullover by, it's a Brooklyn tweed pattern. I'm not sure if it's actually by Jared Flood, but it's definitely Brooklyn tweed brownstone. It's a top-down raglan with a lovely shawl collar and toggles. These toggles used to be attached to some slippers that I wore through, so I threw the slippers out but kept the toggles. And they've turned out to be very handy for knitting. It's knit in an Aran weight yarn. It's a 2-ply superwash merino, and I helped dye this years ago. I've had this jumper years, and Ellie of Tuddin Bryn, hey Ellie, helped me dye it, but it was before she was Tuddin Bryn. But I'll put it on the screen because it's a Welsh name, but she has an Etsy shop, so do go and check her out. So it's an oversized, roomy, lovely jumper, and I like V-necks. I either like a V-neck or I like a really cuddly up high neck, and this is nice because I can wear a shawl with it as well. And, you know, I got Dave to show you his chili podster mitts the other day. Well, these are my podster mitts. So it's still Glenasea, but this is the fingering weight, the 4-ply weight. And these are knit out of KPMG is a consultancy firm. KPPM, ASAP, WTF, not sure. But again, it's in my project page. And this yarn was a present from Melissa. And again, I've had these for a while. The yarn is holding up really well, but it's definitely looking a bit grubby. Basically, these live in the pockets of my waterproof all year round, and I wear them pretty much every day between September and the beginning of April. Occasionally I swap them out for thicker mittens if it gets really cold, but these are brilliant for dog walking with the flaps and the podster thumbs. And the other thing I wore was my sheep hat. I can't remember the name of the pattern, and I can't remember the name of the designer, but it's one of the Shetland Wool Week hats. And this is a whole mishmash of yarns. It's a discontinued yarn for the green. This is Rowan Pure Wool Aran. And then the cream and the black, that's Serdar Balmoral DK. Again, it's a discontinued yarn. And then the blue was some little Zettel Valbella sock yarn held double with some of my hand spun back from when I used to spin. So it has come out a little larger than I wanted because my gauge was so off. I was just trying to use up my scrap yarn. But I like it for when it's super windy because I double the brim up like that. So I was super cozy in all my knitted things today. I didn't wear my glasses with it because, like I mentioned before, you get these drafty bits. So yeah, that was the daily knit update. Working from home today, and I've got so much to do, I'm actually not quite sure where to start. I've got some more gym work to do, some more paperworky type stuff. There's a couple of jobs I want to get ticked off before Christmas, but to do that, I need other people to give me some information. And they haven't given it to me, and I'm getting a bit frustrated. But never mind, I can only do what I can do. The kids finish at midday today, which means I want to get all of the presents out onto the dining room table and double check that I've got what I think I've got. If I've got everything I think I've got enough, and then I can just wrap it so that it's all ready. I think I'm fine. I think it's fine. I'm pretty sure it's fine. If it's not fine, it's a bit late by now. And I'm umming and ahhing because Dave is going up to Birmingham on Saturday with Conrad and Conrad's mate Ethan. They're going to a gig. They're going to watch a band called Clutch. And my mum lives just south of Birmingham, and that's where we're going for Christmas. So on Saturday, I'm going to go to work with Jocelyn and Max and the dog, and Dave is going to take Conrad, pick up Ethan, go to Birmingham, have some dinner, watch the gig, and then drive back to my mum's to sleep overnight. And then he's driving halfway back. He's driving to Monmouth, which is halfway between my house and my mum's house, to meet Ethan's dad to hand him back. And then he's going back to my mum's. Which means I have to take 2 children, a dog, all the overnight bags, all the Christmas presents and the food in the Polo when I go up to my mum's on hopefully Sunday, possibly Monday. The alternative is to give Dave the presents and the food, if I've got round to making mince pies, to take up to my mum's. But I don't like the idea of him leaving presents, even in bin liners in the back of the car, in the middle of Birmingham while he's at a gig, because if someone pinches them, then we're stuffed. So the other thing I need to do is get all the presents out on the table and have a mental game of Jenga and see if I can fit it all in the car. This is going to be an interesting day. We shall see. Right, I need to get cracking because I've got about 3 hours till the kids get home, and I promised them leek and potato soup for lunch. So I've got to do present assessment, wrapping and making of soup by about 1 o'clock. And I can't really show you the presents because I know the children watch sometimes and some of their friends do. So maybe I'll show you them wrapped up at the end. Which moustache looks better? Poirot. I can't think of anyone that's got a moustache like this. But like spaghetti western bad guy moustache. I think I like Poirot best. Maybe when the menopause hits, I'll have a moustache of my own. Four. Hey, Jim.